Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. Today we're going to talk about bank shots. People are constantly coming to me and saying, I want to learn about bank shots. Teach me about bank shots. Can you give me a session on bank shots? First thing I tell them is your time and your money, if you're paying me, would be much better spent learning how to play good position. I'm going to show you how to make bank shots intuitively today. What does this mean? It means if you tuned in to see Professor Peabody show you how to do a parallel shift to make a bank shot, you're in the wrong place, because we teach real pool here the way real pool players shoot real pool. And in the real world, we don't have two cues on the table with the lines crossed trying to find the center spot and then moving our cue over to make a one rail bank shot. We see the shot, we get down on the shot, and we give ourselves a legitimate chance to make it. So that's what you're going to learn today. Every time I do a video like this, somebody, one guy usually, in the comments says, I measure my bank shots and I learned to do a parallel shift and I make my bank. God bless you. Bless you. That's wonderful. So, that said, how do you learn to shoot them intuitively? I'm going to take you through the initial stages of learning to shoot your bank shots intuitively, and if you follow these steps, you'll be better at the banks that you're shooting now, and then as we go along, you will learn to do things with the cue ball that you could not do before when it comes to bank shots. So let's get started. Take 4 balls, put them in a straight line. Take ball in hand. Visualize a natural bank. What that means is if I hit this straight over, it's going to come straight back and into the side pocket. If you cannot do this part, you're going to have trouble, but you can learn to do it. You come over here, you do the same thing here. Each shot gets slightly more difficult as we get further and further down table, just like every other shot in pool. But if you do this on a regular basis and you start making 50, 60, 70% of these shots, what you're going to then do is start moving not the object ball, but the cue ball around. You learn to make it when it's natural, and then you'll learn to see it when the balls are not in a perfectly straight line. You'll also start to move your object balls. Once you can move your cue ball and make those shots, you'll move your object ball. Now I don't have a natural angle. I have an angle where the balls are perfectly straight. But I can see the shot now because of all of those other shots over so many years that will allow me to put that ball in the pocket. If you do this and you shoot 25, 50, 100 of these just each week, you don't even have to do it in every session, 50 to 100 a week. You start out with those simple cross-side shots, you make them less simple, and you develop a knack, a feel for what the angles look like, and more importantly, the lack of English, speed, how the rails are changing, all of those factors that are involved in making a bank shot will start to come to you, so you will be able to adapt to different tables under different circumstances. This is the shot that I give to everyone that tells me how great they are at measuring angle in and angle out and doing parallel shifts. I say play the 1 in the side. Come over here, get down on the 1 ball and bank it into the side. Like that. Oh, well, Bryan, yeah, if you give me a few tries, I can make it. Okay, well, if you give me a few tries, I'm going to make it every time. You know why? Because if you bank intuitively, this shot is a layup. If you do parallel shifts, that shot's your nightmare. There's no parallel shift for you, baby. Step number 1, we already talked about. You've got 4 balls down the center of the table. You're going to bank them into the side pocket, angle in, angle out. You're going to change your angle, get yourself over here. This is not angle in, angle out. You'll learn to see it. That is step 1. Step number 2, what you're going to do is you're going to take your ball in hand this time, but you're going to make the shot more difficult. This is actually a back cut, so as a reverse, I'm playing it back here in the side. Shoot your shots where the balls are not directly down the center of the table, where your angle is not truly angle in, angle out, where you have to judge where you're actually going to hit it. They're not going to go that smoothly, guys. I got thousands of hours head start on you. But when you're making 50, 60% of the first drill, you start doing this. When you're making 50, 60% of this one, then you're going to go on to phase 3. Let's take a look at phase 3. This time, we're giving ourselves ball in hand like the earlier shot. We're giving ourselves what looks like our angle in, angle out. We're coming down here and we're playing at the length of the table. Now this shot is twice the distance, but it's not twice the difficulty. It's 4 times the difficulty, at least. Because I have 2 times more distance, a bad thing can happen that way. And whatever happens bad that way is multiplied coming this way. What are the bad things that can happen? Because they happen going this way as well, but they're magnified here. The bad things that can happen, and the reason this is part of your development, is if you can't see the right angle, the correct angle in, angle out, because in the game, you're not going to be given ball in hand to find it. So if you can't see it with ball in hand, your shot is going to be off. It's just simply going to be off. The second thing that can happen is you put unwanted English on the ball. If the cue ball is spinning sideways when you shoot this shot and you don't intend to put any English on it, as you should not be at this point, that is going to throw the shot off. The English is not only going to make your cue ball hit your object ball and throw it in the wrong direction and hitting the wrong spot down there, but it's also going to transfer that unwanted English to your object ball, which means the angle coming off of that rail down there, all bad things have happened. All of these things get multiplied coming back twice the distance down table, and your speed becomes more of an issue because your angle is wider. So you need to develop a feel for the speed, and again, at least 4 times the difficulty going the long way. Ask a one pocket player how many of these shots they make. So what is stage 4? Stage 4 is a different video. But keep in mind, and I can't stress this enough, if I'm shooting that 5 ball back here, it's because I'm in trouble. If you have a choice between playing a decent safety and shooting a bank shot, do like the 5, 10, 15, 25 best players in the world would do and play that safety. If you see the best players in the world shooting a bank shot, it is because it is a high percentage bank shot. Stay away from these shots unless you need them. This is your reserve shoot, and hopefully your original, your primary shoot, when it didn't work, your reserve comes through and rescues you. This is our reserve shot. This is not our primary shot. If you have a safety, play a good safety.
Hey there, ready to elevate your pool game? Whether you're moving from intermediate to advanced or you're aiming to become a local legend, we've got you covered. Join us for exclusive in-person lessons, master classes, and personalized Zoom sessions. This is your chance to experience the magic with tailored coaching from Bryan, no matter where you are, even if you don't have a pool table at home. So why wait? Sharpen your fundamentals, master strategic play, and boost your mental game. Visit FXBilliards.com now to learn more and take the next step in your pool journey. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe to FX Billiards for more tips and tricks.